Good morning. It's Monday, October the 5th, and this is a new edition of Wise Words from Waldo. Are there times in your life that you wonder, is this all there is in life? You feel empty? Today's devotion has a word for you. I love the outdoors. I love to fish. I love to hunt. In college, I loved to hike the mountains of Virginia. Before it was well known, we would scale the 5 cascades of Crabtree Falls. Reaching the top of the mountain, we could see everywhere. I watched a documentary a few weeks ago on Mount Everest and the history of those who tried to climb and those who made it to the top. Of course, it's the highest point on Earth. Many died trying. History records that Edmund Hillary was the first to make it to the top. He was later asked, "What exactly did you feel when you reached the peak?" He replied, "The first sentiment was ecstatic accomplishment. But then came a sense of isolation and desolation. Now, what was there left to do?" Some years later, a journalist, John Krakauer, was part of an expedition that reached the summit of Everest. 12 of his companions were killed on the descent back down. The story is in his book entitled Into Thin Air. He begins his account by describing his feeling on May 10th, 1996, as he reached the highest point on Earth. You can read the whole account, but I'll just share a brief part of it. Straddling the top of the world, I cleared the ice from my oxygen mask and stared down. It was a spectacular sight. I'd been fantasizing about it for months. Now, I was finally here. But I just couldn't summon the energy to care. I snapped 4 quick photographs, and I turned to head down. My watch read 1:17 p.m. All told, I spent less than 4 minutes on the top of the world. Despite whatever accomplishments you may have in your life, you can still feel empty. And it only happens when the focus is on you, yourself. Seek what the Lord wants for you. Find someone you can minister to. Proverbs 12:25 says, "Heaviness in the heart of man makes it stoop, but a good word makes it glad." Now stop and think about that.